Hello, and thank you for joining me for this presentation on caring for Portuguese patients from the Azore Islands. In this presentation, I'll be sharing with you an overview of the Azorean culture, family structure, health beliefs, and how we as nurses can provide culturally sensitive care for this population. The Azores are a group of 9 volcanic islands located in the North Atlantic and have been part of Portugal since the 15th century. The islands are known for their strong maritime and agricultural traditions, which continue to shape daily life. Primary language spoken is Portuguese, often with distinct Azorean dialects. Roman Catholicism is central to the Azorean identity, influencing family life, traditions, and community gatherings, with religious festivals playing an important role in maintaining cultural ties. Educational status and occupations. Education levels among Azorean Portuguese can vary. Many older adults may have limited formal education due to economic challenges in the past, while younger generations are increasingly pursuing higher education opportunities. This is one of the reasons I wanted to share the Azorean Portuguese culture with you guys. My parents are immigrants from the Azores. My dad was a dairy farmer his whole life, started working at the young age of 14, and my mom was the stay-at-home mom. Common occupations include agricultural, fishing, dairy farming, and hospitality, with many families also supported by remittances sent from relatives living abroad, which is common migration pattern among Azorean families. When my dad moved to California, right before my brother and I were born, even up until now, he sends money back to his my aunts and uncles, his family that still lives back in the Azores. I have a significant portion of my family still lives there. Family roles. With Azorean families, the traditional head of household is typically male. However, women play a central role in managing the household and providing care for family members. Gender roles are defined but are gradually evolving, particularly among younger generations. Children are expected to respect and care for their elders, and it's considered taboo in many families to openly discuss sexuality or to question parental authority, which can influence how health education is approached. Family goals and priorities. Family unity and support are of the utmost importance in the Azorean culture, and maintaining the family's reputation within the community is highly valued. Faith, hard work, and providing care for elders are seen as essential responsibilities within the family, and these priorities are often guided by family decisions and caregiving practices, including during times of illness. Nutrition. The Azorean diet commonly includes bread, local cheeses, seafood, various meats, soups, and wine, reflecting the island's agricultural and maritime heritage. Food plays a significant role during religious celebrations and family gatherings, symbolizing family unity and connection. Fresh and natural foods are typically preferred for health, though older adults may experience calcium or vitamin deficiency due to dietary patterns and lifestyle factors. Birth and death rituals. Baptism is an important tradition within the Azorean community, with strong family community support for mothers and newborns. At the end of life, Catholic rituals, prayers, and extended periods of mourning are practiced, and funerals are seen as opportunities for the community to come together in support of the family, reflecting the deep religious faith and family-centered values of the culture. Death in the Azores is very considered sacred. I wanted to share the picture of the open door. They don't embalm in the Azore Islands. You're buried within 24 hours of passing. You're taken to your home. Your family is able to bathe you and dress you. All mourners are encouraged to come into your home to grieve with the family. They leave the door open so that you know you are welcome to come and say your goodbyes. And also they believe that this is how the soul will depart. Spirituality. Roman Catholicism plays a significant role in the daily lives of Azorean Portuguese. Faith and religious practices, including prayer and attending Mass, are important sources of comfort, especially during illness. Suffering may be viewed as part of God's will, and individuals may use prayer and religious rituals to seek healing or acceptance of their health conditions. It's very typical for Portuguese to pray the rosary during times of illness, and they encourage their family members to do the same. Healthcare practices and beliefs. Among the Azorian Portuguese, illness is sometimes viewed within the context of faith and prayer. It's often used alongside medical treatment. Folk practices such as using herbal teas and home remedies may be integrated into health management. I just want to touch on the herbal teas briefly. My oldest is 22, but when he was a baby, he had colic, and my mother wanted to make him tea and give it to him at 5 or 6 weeks old. You can see how the different cultures, obviously evidence-based, it's not healthy or safe to give a newborn tea. And so it's so important to educate what we know is safe and what is not safe, but do it in a respectful way. Barriers to accessing care can include language differences, transportation issues, and mistrust if providers do not respect cultural values. A lot of the older generation, these are small islands. Typically, females never got a driver's license. They didn't even know how to drive. That was the case for my grandparents. My grandmother didn't know how to drive. So transportation issues exist with limited drivers in the family. Blood transfusion and organ donation are generally accepted, but it's a family decision. Patients always appreciate when healthcare providers involve family in decision making and demonstrate a respect for their cultural beliefs. Disease and health conditions. Currently, there's no widely documented differences in drug metabolism specific to the Azorian Portuguese population. There are cultural beliefs that may influence medication adherence and acceptance of treatments. They do have high-risk behaviors that include high salt intake, smoking, and alcohol use are present in some of the population, which can contribute to increased risk of cardiovascular disease. So it's a good opportunity for education there. Our nursing approach in caring for Azorian Portuguese patients, it is essential to respect family involvement and deeply held religious beliefs while providing clear, culturally sensitive education and care planning. As nurses, it's important for us to build trust by including the family in discussions, support their spiritual needs, and acknowledge the use of folk practices where safe. Again, when if you're ever faced with a patient's family member or the patient themselves wanting to participate in those, it's your opportunity for education on the safety of what they would like to do. By providing culturally competent care, this approach promotes adherence, patient-centered care, and positive health outcomes. This helps to ensure that we provide respectful, equitable, and effective care for our Azorian Portuguese patients and their population. Thank you.